Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractible. This week, love is in the air. Wade gets hammered playing with himself in a mine, but meets Molly because of it. Bald Bob admits he wooed his wife, sexting during boring business meetings. Magnificent, marvelous, majestic Mark admits swapping spit is a key to happiness, and that absence makes the heart grow fonder. From projected eyes to distractible sex doll merch. Yes, it's time for It's Mark's birthday. Happy birthday, boss. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Distractible. I'll be your host for today. My name is Bob, and I am joined, as usual, by my co-hosts and competitors for this episode, Mark and Wade.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us for another exciting episode of Distractible. If you've never seen the show before, I can't keep that. I don't know where that voice came from. It's sort of happening, but I'm not going to keep doing that because I hate it.
Oh.
If you've never seen the show before, we all take turns hosting. I'm hosting this one because I won the last episode, but someone else is going to win this episode. Maybe. And they'll have to host the next one. So I'll keep track of points, or maybe not, maybe arbitrary judging. Who knows? Anything goes. The host makes the rules, and I'm the host, and I'm insane. So you never know what to expect from episodes that I host. But yeah, the tradition that we have here on this show is before we get into the part where you earn points. Actually, you can earn points in this small talk part, can't you?
Can I have some?
No,
Earn.
not today.
Earn
Not today.
points.
You have to earn them today. You have to earn them. But before we get into the actual topic of the episode that I have prepared and thoroughly researched, we usually make small talk. How's it going? How's life?
The world is changing and being rocked to its foundational core.
Oh,
Yes.
that sounds exciting.
Our lives will never be as they are in this moment, and everyone needs to shake and quiver inside of their homes.
Let him cook. I think I might know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm about to. Well, maybe I have no idea.
Let him Tim cook.
Yes. Let's be Tim
Yes.
Cook, because I today will show you the greatest invention to ever exist in the history of forever, which is known, if people are watching on Spotify,
As an oven?
Oh,
the Vision Pro!
Oh!
air horns and whatnot.
I know
Fanfare
that
plays.
when this episode comes out, this is old news. Everyone's
This will be
already
really
talked
old,
about
actually.
it.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, if people are not watching on Spotify, they just gotta go, because all of this aside about oh, is it tech? Oh, it's just another VR headset. Oh, is it gonna be any better? And I'm sure that it's product-wise, it'll be great and whatever. But this is what the only takeaway I have from the website. Okay, if everyone, I'm giving you a chance to go to Spotify right now so you can see the video. Because I'm showing it visually. Burn! It's this jump scare when the Vision comes in here. Just, burn! It's the scariest thing I've ever seen, because it's just jump. It's so jarringly sudden, and I know what it is. It's because this right up here is not this model's face. All right, this person, this is not their face. It is not see-through glass. It is like an AI recreation of their face that is projected on the front to give the aesthetic that you can still make eye contact with this person. And it's so off-putting.
Can you scuba dive with this?
Yeah, that's all I could see. Apple's making scuba goggles.
That's the only thing I can see from this is they just need a little blowy.
I have no problem with any of that. I have no problem with the design, because I like VR, and I know VR is clunky and there's really no way to make it elegant. But this terrifies me. This picture scares me in much the same way, and I feel like Apple is going down this rabbit hole of unintentionally terrifying designs to a very small subset of people, but it's not the first time that this has happened because the
I'm sorry.
Their whole-
For non-watchers, Mark just got trypophobia really bad because he opened the new Mac Pro website on the Apple Store, which is like layers of cheese graters all gooping over each other and weird.
It's horrifying to look at, awful to look at, and I feel like no one talks about it. I can't look at this. I could never have this sitting on my desk.
I like it.
I would love to have this sitting on your desk, Mark.
It's horrifying.
Let me order you one. Can I get your address?
Listen, if I had $30,000 to spend on a normal computer that does the same thing that my normal desktop does, I would absolutely buy a Mac Pro. But
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, imagine the goggles with that design.
And so it's just like, it just feels like someone at Apple is just not afraid of these things in the same way that I am. This is terrifying to me. It's the eyes are wrong. It's just the expression doesn't match.
there is something. You're absolutely right. There's something. It's the 3D-ness of the eyes, right? You could, because on a normal, if the goggles weren't there, you could see how like as you get to the side of the head, it starts to go back, and the way that this looks on the goggles, it looks like her eyes are just protruding out really far, and that they don't go back towards her ears. She just has like a big eye chunk that's like poof.
See, I was thinking that they just like made the image slightly opaque around the eyes. I think it looks normal to me.
But it's not.
I could see what Mark's saying. It looks pretty like uncanny in a way that's hard to quite exactly describe.
It's so ever so slightly wrong. And
Yeah.
I knew this. I knew it was wrong. It felt off before I learned that this on the front is not see-through. It's just another LCD display on the top that projects an image of artificially generated eyes.
Wait. So I thought that was just marketing. Are you
I did
saying
too.
that that's a feature of the headset? Is that because I know that it's not see-through because it has screens and that's sort of part of the thing. It's partially see-through maybe, but like it's not really like this see-through. But the headset does that in real life on purpose?
Yes.
What?
Yes. 100%.
Oh, I thought that was just for the image too. That's a real feature, projecting eyes?
No, that is the feature of projecting a screen with eyes that are not the eyes inside, but it is a recreation of the eyes. That's as far as I understand it. But yeah, this is not see-through to this person's actual eyes.
I get that, but I thought it was just like a marketing thing. Like some guy in Photoshop was like, let's make it so you can see the eyes. Let's personalize this. But like, ooh.
the opening of the eyes as you zoom out.
The blink wasn't right. The blink was
I know,
wrong
right?
somehow too. How is that blink wrong? I'm confused about that.
It's just, all of it is very confusing.
I absolutely hate that. If in real life when you use the goggles, if it tries to project your eyes onto the front, that's awful. I hate that very much.
We should do a whole episode where we wear these. Mark, you buy them for us and we'll wear them.
Yeah, as soon as we...
That's good.
As
Good talk.
soon
All
as
right,
we
perfect.
get wait, I'm wondering if this is because like displays. Whoa, what is?
Even the inside, that looks creepy, man.
Well, this is just a VR inside. Like that's.
Nah, it
that's
looks
fine.
awful, Mark. It looks it's crazy.
See, that's what creeps me out. The inside.
You've never done VR before?
Id,
Oh, I have.
did they
I have a whole headset right here.
in a box in plastic wrap? Oh, okay, it's out of the box. Look at you, buddy.
Wow.
Did they announce the price for this? I think I saw some people talking about a price, but I don't know if that was a speculation or an actual thing. Is this $3,500 for this headset?
$3,500 starting at $3,500.
Starting at 35. Starting at what? What do you upgrade to go up from there? It's a headset.
$3,500.
Starting at.
I follow Casey. This is no shade. I follow Casey Neistat because I really like his daily vlogs I watched for a long time. I like his videos. He makes cool stuff. Oh, I hate that. I hate the eyes projecting onto the front of it so much.
This is it. This is what I was looking for. Yeah.
That's horrendous. I hate
Lets
it.
those nearby know when you're using apps or fully immersed in an
Oh.
experience. When someone approaches Vision Pro simultaneously lets you see the person and reveals your eyes to them.
I hate Why? You know what? If you want to make eye contacts with someone, I have a solution to offer my own self. Maybe it's too low tech. Just take the headset off and maybe look at them with your human eyes.
For making content, you can look at your viewers and they can see you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying, I saw Casey Neistat talking about $3,500 price tag, and like, I'm not even saying he's wrong, but Casey had a tweet or something that was like, no, you know what? $3,500, I get it. This is new. This is new technology, right? This is letting people who want it can spend that and get in on the ground floor, but it's going to get cheaper as it scales. It'll get cheaper in future iterations, right? This is just the price you have to pay for innovation, which one, sure, what a very wealthy technologist take, but yeah, okay, sure. This headset is not marketed for everyone. This is not like the Quest headset that's like $300 or whatever. This is a fancy new thing, but also none of this is new. Like, am I missing something? None of the things. Apple announced this and they were like, the bleeding edge of VR, AR technology. No, it's not. This is just all shit that all the other headsets do. It just is designed by Apple now, which is a meaningful thing because Apple doesn't do things until like they're sure they're going to take, right? Apple is a slow adopter. When Apple finally gets something, when Apple finally put NFC in the iPhone, it's because it was already everywhere and they were like, all right, NFC is going to be a thing. So this is like, it's meaningful, but is this doing something I'm not understanding in terms of the tech or something? Or it's not a new technology. It's the same shit that all the headsets have, right?
Let's not focus on the VR part that you experience. Let's talk about the eyes that other people experience when they look at you.
That is new. I will give them that. The eye thing, that's new feature.
The feature that you'll never experience that everyone else will. That's what you're paying for.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not at all naysaying, and I think it's a very sleekly designed thing, and I kind of want one. It's kind of expensive, but like I kind of want one. It seems cool. But am I missing something? Is this new? It's not new, right? This is the same shit that already exists.
It's just everything that exists, but up to Apple's level of polish, which, I mean, for what everyone wants to say about Apple, I know it has its critics, and there's plenty to criticize, I'm sure, but they do try to make it a robust ecosystem that is in their little walled garden and is the best example possible of the technology that it can combine with design. And I get that. However, that doesn't mean, to Casey Neistat's point against it, is when has Apple ever really lowered their prices?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that argument of like, we're getting at the ground floor. I'm like, I remember the Oculus One, like 10 years ago now. That was the ground floor. It's not gotten cheaper.
And I'm paraphrasing Casey's tweet, and I'm not even, like, there's no shade at him whatsoever. But, yeah, I don't know who thinks Apple's going to charge less. Like, $3,500 for a VR headset, where the market is, like...
Starting at?
It ranges from $300, $500 up to... You could spend a lot if you wanted to. You could spend into the thousands on other brands' headsets. But, like... I don't know. The other thing that I will say is, not to get too tech nerdy about it, this Apple headset, as far as they've marketed it, seems to ship with no controller of any kind, which is cool. That's what they're going for. Apple, they're very focused on you control it with your eyes and your voice and your hands. It's got advanced hand tracking, whatever. Sure. And maybe Apple did something that no one else has figured out yet. But if I had to use my Oculus Quest that I have used as my main VR headset without the controllers and just rely on the hand tracking and the gestures and whatnot, I would lose my fucking mind. It does not work that well. There's no version of that technology that exists yet where I was like, I don't need the controller. I don't need the physical buttons. I don't need the joystick. I feel confident in the hand tracking and no. So unless Apple really changed the game on that, and maybe they did, because I have no hands-on or anything. I haven't even seen this thing actually work, right? I've only seen the promotional stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe they did. But I'm betting at least some people will pop in and be like, God, I wish there was a controller of some sort or something. I wish there was a button I could push instead of doing little hand gestures.
I'm picturing all of like the horrible things, like a rich family that buys one for all members of the family, and they go to get like their family portrait they hang on their like double staircase entryway, but they're all wearing the masks in the portrait, so their eyes are all kind of like out front and disjointed. Or you walk into a room that's dimly lit and the TV's just like got static on it, and you go to look at the family and they're all sitting on the couch smiling, but they've all got the headsets on and it's just their eyes like smiling at you and like looking around.
That's what gets me about the thing in general. Is like, I am not going to buy this because I like basically the Quest 2 does everything I wanted to do. Even the newer one, like the Quest Pro, with their eye tracking, is like, man, that was good, but it was like $1,500. $3,500 for a product that I'm not going to use every day. I think I debate buying a new phone every year, which is a privileged thing to even say, and that's $1,500 a year, and that's a big debate. And I've recently started like not upgrading with every iteration. I've waited like 2 years at a time, 3 years for one of those like upgrades at a certain point there, just because it wasn't worth it.
I usually do every 2 or 3 years.
You had your 12 for quite a long time, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I went from the 12 to like the 14 plus because it wasn't any different. It just wasn't different.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's hard to ignore the fact that Apple does tend to do things in a very Apple way, and maybe this headset is going to be an absolute game changer in terms of how VR works and blow all of our expectations away. But also, if it's kind of just like a really fancy, highly designed, sleeked up version of what already exists, $3,500 is a lot of money for the experience that it will give you.
If it allowed you to see through it, like you could toggle between seeing your experience versus just like, oh, I need to see what's going on around me without having to take it off. Like that'd be kind of cool. Could,
it does.
Project inward and outward. Oh, you can do that?
But
yeah.
It does that with the cameras, right? Which is pass through as a Quest feature.
That's
as
cool.
well,
Okay.
And the Quest Pro.
Now we're getting better.
It's pretty good.
That's moving up on my list.
This is our problem with like talking to technology to Wade, is like we always start with the criticisms, so none of the glowing like reasons that it's actually okay.
Always start at the top and work your way down.
No.
You gotta really start at the top and work your way down.
What?
Sorry, I really am into the Michelin Man. There was a lot of curvature there.
You're throwing me for a few loops here, but all right, I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah, no, and this is a thing that bothers me too, and like I wasn't trying to get too negative because no one's touched it yet. I don't know if they're gonna have hands-on at the developers conference.
They did, yeah, they did.
And so like you'll start to see videos and stuff coming out, but until like I actually use it, it's pretty presumptive. Presumptive? What's that word?
Presumptuous?
It's pretty bold of me to make conclusions about this thing because I don't know what I'm talking about. I just know what it looks like and I'm making assumptions, but that's a lot of money.
For the cost of like a really good gaming computer, an entire computer, just the headset,
It looks like it could just be like an Apple rebadge of an existing headset. It does not look on the face of it like it did anything to change the game too dramatically, but
yeah,
hard to say.
Marquez has a video that has already been out for a while now, giving his first impressions. I'll watch that later.
Maybe they'll sponsor us and we can do a full Distractible episode where the people just look at our projected eyes.
How do I literally am subscribed to his channel with the notifications on. How do I not see these things? I'm gonna watch that later.
It was at 8:19 today when we recorded this.
Oh, well.
Oh wait, no, he uploaded 10 hours ago. So we uploaded at midnight. Damn.
Who?
What
Mark
a try hard.
This guy.
Gotta get the content out. No, I appreciate
he's
the
talking
hustle. I
about
appreciate the hustle.
Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD. He's like one of the premier tech YouTubers.
Oh.
Gets his little mitts on all the cool stuff early. Big Apple fan.
Yeah. Which, I've come around to Apple a lot. My laptop of choice now is pretty much a MacBook. Like, just for on the road editing sake, I can't really game much on it, but like it works. It does work.
Those sweet USB-Cs.
All right, we're not here. There's no points to be earned fanboying for Tim Cook's little products.
Wade, you're behind the times because the reason I got the latest one is because they changed up the port system to not just be USB-C, and then they have multiple ports. But also Apple is Thunderbolt, and like that's the only saving grace. The only reason I could access
Thunderbolt. I've heard of that.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I remember some kind of very angry story relating to Thunderbolt or something like that.
I don't know.
The details are so fuzzy. I don't know. Anyway,
Did I get points?
Do you have any small talk? That was all Mark's small talk. That counts as Mark's. So, you know what? Points to Mark for bringing up the thing that I was hoping we would cover, because I was also quite interested in that. What about you, Wade? What exciting news do you have? And or technology updates? And or Soldier Boy updates? What do you got? Surprise me. Delight me.
Oh, man. It's hot. I'm moving, and all of my free time goes to packing in Diablo 4.
How does Diablo 4 help you move?
Mental decompression after a stressful day.
I'll allow it.
We all need a little R&R.
That's a healthy mental attitude. Points for you, sir.
Thank you.
Less points than Mark, though, because I like the stuff Mark was talking about.
And other stuff Mark would say that you can imagine. Can I get points for that?
No, we're not playing that game. We're not playing that game. You have to
play that
earn
game.
them today. You have to earn them today.
Well, I'm fucked. I guess Mark, start thinking of hosting ideas.
All right. Hey, just wait. You'll see. We'll see. You'll see. Everyone will see all together. I want to start today's topic with a story. The year is 2010. It's November. It's getting into the middle of the school year, the fall quarter or semester, whatever, the fall school session, and I am sitting in an evening class in the McMicken building on UC's campus. And I honestly could not even, I tried to remember. I can't remember what the class was. It was so painfully boring. It was some business communication class where they taught us how to send professional sounding emails or something just awful like that. And while I'm sitting there trying to distract myself in a world before the social media was quite as big as it is today, I get a text message from a girl. And the text message basically says, hey, yeah, I've been thinking about you. And I text back and yeah, you know what? I've been thinking about you too. And we texted. I'm not paying any attention to this class whatsoever. And we text and we land at, once this class is out, I'm going to go hang out. I'm going to come over. And we do that. I go and we hang out and we start watching videos on this website called YouTube. Was not brand new in 2010, but was newish to us. And we started watching all kinds of stuff. Music videos, funny videos. If I remember, I think we watched a fair amount of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet mini music video series, which, ignoring the sins of the artist, it is a funny series of videos. We had a good time laughing at them. We watched so many videos, had such a good time, that the roommates in the room next door literally came over and were like, hey, stop laughing. We're jealous. You guys are clearly having fun, and we're miserable humans, so shut up. And I mean, that was the start of the best thing that has ever happened to me, I'm pretty sure.
Beating up roommates?
No. Angering roommates because we're having such a good time. Fast forward from that room, it was in Stratford Heights for you UC grads, that room near UC campus, to New Year's Eve of 2012. And I'm hanging out with that girl. I just have to butt in
real quick, Mark. That does not include you because you're not a graduate. Go ahead, Bob.
Wow. Okay.
What have I ever done to you? Don't
let me change that qualification. That's for all of you people who lived in Clifton.
Oh, okay. Mark, you're back in. Come here.
All right. Yeah.
Did you live in Clifton, Wade?
I did. I had an apartment down there in 2008 to 2009, and then I had a house with my ex down there. Oh man, until we broke up in 2011. I was down there from sophomore year through a year after my senior year.
If I think of a way to categorize this in a way that can exclude you more, I will. But for now, we'll just say residents of Clifton. Fast forward to New Year's Eve 2012. I'm hanging out with that same girl at that same girl's parents' house because they live in the Cincinnati area. And I make up a terrible excuse that I need to go. It's New Year's Eve and we have dinner plans. And I forgot my something back at our apartment. And it was just awful and super awkward. But in my head, I was like, she has no idea. I've snuck out. I'm free to go to the apartment and light a bunch of candles and put a cheesy fireplace YouTube video on the TV in the living room and spread a bunch of rose petals around so that later, when her parents bring her to pick me up for the dinner plans we have, She'll have to come up to the apartment to get me and be surprised. She was not surprised. Not even slightly. But that is that night on New Year's Eve in 2012. That is the night that I very slyly and cleverly proposed to this girl. You might have guessed who she is at this point. Yes, it's Mandy. And
oh, damn, I was way off.
Yeah, no, I mean, it could be anybody, but turns out it's Mandy. Yeah, and I proposed, and she said yes. And she continued to say yes for a year and a half until the summer of 2014, when on Mark's birthday, we enshrined our love forever by having a wedding ceremony surrounded by friends and family. And we completely ignored the fact that it was Mark's birthday because our wedding was way more important, and Mark can suck it.
It's okay. I bought myself a cupcake that night.
It's okay, Bob. He didn't even graduate.
What?
I don't know why I'm being so mean.
Man?
I don't know.
What's going on, man?
You guys fighting before this or something?
No, I'm just a dick.
Points to Mark because I'm sad now.
What's going on, guys?
Points to Wade for being an absolute savage.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's a very abridged and poorly told version of my love story with Mandy. But honestly, I think it's a pretty cute story. If it was told in a better way, and if it was more details, which Mandy remembers better than I do, I'm sure, I think it's changed my entire life, so maybe I think too highly of it. But I think it's a nice, very classic love story. And I think because this episode happens to be coming out 2 days before the most important day of the year, Mark's birthday.
Thank you.
But also 2 days before our 9th wedding anniversary on June 28th, I guess I'm in the mood to talk about love, guys.
Talk about love.
Not Valentine's Day or anything, but I want to do a classic episode where I tell a story and then I ask you to tell me stories, maybe even give me titles of stories about love. And it doesn't have to be romantic people love. It could be love between a person and an object, or a metaphorical love between humanity and humanity. I don't know if we collectively really love anything very consistently. I don't know. Whatever you want. It could be all kinds of love. Maybe two AIs fell in love. I don't know. Is that a thing?
Maybe.
I want you guys to regale me with stories of love.
Stories of love.
I will say it could also be personal stories, like if you've ever been to a wedding, maybe in a wedding on your birthday, just as a throwaway. Anything like that.
I've got one, but it. I just don't know if our general Distractible audience knows it.
That's allowed.
Because you guys obviously know the story, because pretty much I'm going to tell it, and you guys were there for almost all of it.
That is true. We were.
What story is it? What are we talking about?
How my wife and I got together.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Well, I've told my story about what I did for love. I told that.
Yeah.
There's a whole animation about that if people want to
It's true. It's true. That was very funny. I believe in you, Mark. Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Wait, go.
All right, great. So,
what's your story called?
Wade got hitched.
No points for that. That sounds boring.
Shit. Love and Minecraft. You have to sing it like that when you say it.
If you have to sing it, I guess that earns points in my mind. What a peculiar way to do it. Good job, buddy.
Thank you. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did, and I'm proud of it. Thank you, Al and Peggy. Those are characters from Love and Marriage.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a weird callback in my brain. Yeah, you guys know the story because you were there for pretty much all of it. But back in 2012, we were doing Drunk Minecraft. And I believe whenever we recorded Drunk Minecraft, everyone thinks that we drank 3 times a week and just got hammered for each episode. But we were smarter than that, and we recorded 3 or 4 episodes at a time. We would get together, drink, do a bunch of episodes or whatever, and then Mark would have a week or two's worth of content. I don't remember how often you post. It was 2 a week, 3 a week, something like that. And we had recently started the series. I had been to some of Mark's streams. Bob nor I had YouTube channels. We were doing this just to hang out and be friends, and Mark was making content. I don't even know if you had 1,000 subs when we were doing Drunk Minecraft, did you? I mean, it was a very small channel at the time.
I had a couple thousand. Hey, come on now.
In like July?
I had
like July.
I had like 2 or 3.
You were a baby channel.
No, the first Drunk Minecraft was my birthday, so it would have been, it all comes back to my birthday! Whoa!
The circle of love.
Points to Mark for being the center point on the circle of love. Yes, circles can have centers. Welcome to my geometry class.
And circles could be shaped like hearts, but still be circles. Just trust me on that.
It's true. It's true. Wade's not wrong.
I wish
Oh,
I had a circle like that for everything I say. It's true. It's true. Because I believed so hard just because there was the vouch. Nothing in my mind could doubt after that.
If someone vouches for you, it obviously has to be true.
It's a fact. Believe it.
So we recorded probably 2 bunches of Drunk Minecraft, maybe 3, because I think it was episode 9 called The Proposal, where I asked Molly out. So it had to have been before that we were recording. It was the one where you 2 got married in Minecraft, and like Zombie Mold had given you 2 like a cheetah to ride around on the church after you 2 got married.
We had a bobcat or whatever that was.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
so you 2 got married, and you guys were like, "Woo, we're married. Life's so great." And I typed in the chat, and I was like, "Well, who's gonna marry me?" Jokingly, and doing the self-pity bit that I do, my shtick.
Never gets old.
Username Foxtrot44 on Minecraft said, "Who wouldn't want to marry you?" And instantly my ego was just like, "You right? Who are you? Talk to me, pretty lady." And thankfully my mouth didn't say the things that my ego was saying, because stupid ego, shut the fuck up. But we chatted like, I don't know, for like, I forget what I responded to her at that. That's like the bit I remember. I might have said like something in chat, and that was kind of the end of it. And randomly, like that same week, I was scrolling on Tumblr. I don't know if you remember, Mark, but way back in the day, you probably still have them there, but there was a Markiplier Tumblr fan page, and I was talking to one of the people who ran it, and I guess there were like 3 or 4 people involved, and one of the people happened to be Foxtrot44 again, aka my wife Molly, my wife now, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna hop on Vox sometime. If you ever want to play, let me know." And there was a night where I think I poked you guys like, "Hey, I'm just gonna hop on Vox for fun." Vox Populi was the name of the Minecraft server that we played Minecraft on for Drunk Minecraft. But I just wanted to hop on for fun because I was starting to like get into Minecraft and enjoy it a lot. I think you 2 were busy, and I was like, "Well, fuck, I don't want to hop on just like by myself." And I was like, one person said they would hop on. Let's hop on. And I hopped on with Molly, and the first thing we did was we went to see her house. The server had like towns and things like different people owned. You could like claim land to build lots and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, cool, yeah, I'll see your house." And I showed up, and there was just paved ground, bed, chest, no roof, no walls, nothing. And it was raining, and she was just standing in front of like this one little half chest and bed, like, "Yep, this is my house." And I was like, "This is the most pathetic, awful thing I've ever seen."
What a line. Oh my God. I can see why she fell in love with you instantly.
I was like, "This is sad. Let's build you an actual house. Do you have tools?" And she like pulled out a wooden axe, and I was like, "Okay, we're gonna go mining. We're gonna get you some iron. We're gonna chop down some trees, build you a house." We went over and we started like digging for iron, and immediately Latin Goddess found us and was like, "Wade and girl doing thing," and teleported us to a chapel and force wed us. And I was like,
I didn't remember that detail.
Yep. We immediately, before we even started getting stuff, we were like forced married in Minecraft. And I was like, "Well, this is on the nose a bit. I don't know anything about this person, but I guess we're married in Minecraft. Let's go build a castle, because I'm Lord Minion. I have Lord in my name. I get a castle. Woo, let's go." And we got into a wooden boat, sailed for some random ass amount of distance, found land, and I was like, "Castle time." Skipping ahead a bit, we got to know each other. We started dating. In the episode The Proposal, which we recorded, it was the last episode that we recorded in a bunch. We got together and we recorded like 2 or 3 episodes, and in the last one, I think it was The Proposal, I was like, "Hey Molly, you want to go out?" I was like, "Oh, this will be great. It's gonna come out in an episode. It's gonna be so cool." And what I didn't realize was I asked her out, then I had to wait a fucking week before the episode came out to find out an answer. So for 1 week, I'm just like, remember that time I asked her out, but it's in the future, so I haven't yet, but I just have to hang out with her and chat like that didn't happen? That's cool. So for the entire week, I was like, hey, what are you doing this Friday? I think Mark told me the episode's coming out this Friday. I mean, no big reason for you to watch it, but when you do, let me know what you think. And she was like,
subtle.
Yeah.
yeah,
Subtle.
okay. Sure. Very subtle. Yeah, I'm the king of subtlety. So ended up coming out. She said yes, laughed at me, and was like, yeah, I knew something was up because you were acting weird as shit. I was like, what do you mean? I was playing it so cool. Like, cool is cool. But we started dating September 14th of 2012. However long like that was after the proposal episode. It was the same day we started dating, but like how I don't remember what day we recorded. It was probably like, let's say a week before. Fast forward to another proposal. The only surprise I've ever pulled off in our relationship was we went to PAX West, and I think it was 2017, and I left the room to go greet Mark downstairs. I don't know if you were there yet, Bob. Mark had just arrived. I was like, I'm going to go say hi to him and see what's going on, what the plan is for the evening. And I got down there, I was like, Mark, I want to propose to Molly on stage tomorrow on the panel. And you're like, yeah, dude, it's cool. Let's do it. I don't know why you're at me, but you were like very chill.
Mark was a huge stoner in this alternate universe.
Dude,
Wade
fine.
Wade opens the door, a huge cloud of smoke billows out, and Mark is like, hey, man.
He's like, yeah, I need to buy, I think you had to buy like a shirt or something. You had to buy something. So we went to a store.
Yeah, I need to buy a shirt, man, before you propose.
I need like a shirt and like a watermelon.
You're like, walk with me, dude. Let's talk deets. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm walking with you and we're talking about the plan for the proposal. And meanwhile, Molly's texting me like, hey, it's been like half an hour. Is Mark okay? Are you coming back? We gonna do anything? Because I'm just sitting in the room. And I was like, if only you knew what I was trying to set up. You silence up there. How dare you, heathen? I'm trying to propose to you.
Who are you talking to, man? What's up? Look, this will chill you out, bro.
Whoa. Hey, is that a cell phone? Whoa, keep that away. Whoa, that cell
can't
phone,
look at
the
that.
radio waves mess up my vibes, man.
So next, that same evening, later on, we go to a panel of something, I forget what, and waiting outside, there's a fan, and the fan came up and was like, Wade, Molly, I love your guys' stuff. Well, Wade, can I talk to you for a second? I was like, yeah, sure. And he's like, hey, Mark's panel tomorrow. I want to propose. Molly's right next to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. Why would you think of that? Go on. And he's like, yeah, if it's cool. I mean, I know that like, you guys have like a thing where like one person is proposed at a lot of these panels. I'd love to be the one that proposes. And I was like, got no good reason to say no out loud right now. So yeah, man, I can probably make that happen. Sure. And I came to you and I was like, someone wants to propose on stage, and you guys were like, no, it's your thing. You should do it. I was like, I kind of already said yes because I couldn't say no.
His name is Wade.
Yeah, you said that. You said that, and Stone Mark was like, I know, man. I remember.
Don't
I was
tell
there.
Wade, bro. He can't know.
We talked about that last night.
Big
Yeah.
secret. Oh.
Fast forward to the panel. We're behind stage. We're getting like mic'd up and everything to walk out. And it's the first time I think I've ever seen Mark or Sean seem nervous about anything. Like Mark was pacing, which is very unusual. Normally he's just very calm, but he was like pacing.
I ran out, man. I ran out.
I'm coming down.
I'm coming down.
Oh, God.
Bob was just kind of like, I've done this one already. This isn't my problem. I'm here. Like, whatever. You got this probably. And Mark's just like, never been nervous before a panel before. I've never been nervous before a panel before.
Oh, okay, I'm starting to remember my name. Oh, shit.
Sean's all like, I'm happy for you. You got this. Oh, but he's like shaking, trembling, like nervous. And we apparently
Irishy.
walked out. And when we walked out, I thought we were like, okay, we're playing this off pretty cool. Molly was like, yeah, you guys walked out. It seemed like something had gone like really wrong backstage. Like you guys seemed really nervous or upset about something, or like, I don't know. It just wasn't your normal like energetic walkout. But she still wasn't suspicious of the proposal. But I proposed on stage. She said yes. And then we had like a year and a half to 2 years before the wedding planning. And let me tell you, for what amounted to a 5:30 ceremony, so get there, like people started arriving at like 5 o'clock. and everyone had to be out by like 10 o'clock. So for what amounted to like 5 hours of our lives, a year and a half still barely felt like enough time for wedding planning. That shit sucks.
Look, I don't get to take any credit for our wedding because Mandy basically did it all herself. But I remember you complaining so much about it and just thinking like, it doesn't seem that bad.
We had a wedding planner too.
We didn't even have a wedding planner. I don't know if Mandy is just like a party planning savant or what, but she didn't make me do shit. And the stuff she did put me in charge of, I messed up so bad. You have no idea.
We had to figure out the cake place, what kind of cake, how much cake, how many guests, do all the guest invites. We had to do music, and the way we did music was we were like, I don't want to think of songs. So on every invite, we were like, what was a song you would like to have played at our wedding? And we had people fill that out, and that's how we did our playlist. We had to pick out colors, tablecloth colors, venue. Like, there's so much that goes into it.
A lot of those things are related. Because you know the wedding
Depending on what
colors
venue
are kind
you
of
go with, sometimes
similar across.
Yeah.
The you want the bridesmaid dresses to be a consistent color
Yeah.
that goes with the tablecloths, and they're related. You know, once you land on like, well, we're going with kind of a blue theme, everything just needs to be kind of blue. How hard can it be?
But we still had to go find it, and it was time consuming. Even with the wedding planner, it was time consuming because we still had to go make the decisions. And it's a lot more time and money investment than like what you would expect for a 5-hour endeavor. But it was a beautiful wedding. I'm very happy. There's a video of it on my YouTube channel somewhere. I think Mark's channel, you have the proposal. Literally, like, me asking Molly out and proposing to Molly is on Mark's channel somewhere. And our wedding videos on my channel. Our stuff is all so public, which is why I did the proposal publicly, because I was like, oh, our life's so public. And the wedding video, it's like, well, our life's so public, might as well. But that's how we ended up meeting, getting engaged, getting married, and here we are. Sorry, it took a long time to tell that story, but
I like how I'm casually throwing that out. That Mandy's probably gonna like strangle me to death in my sleep.
the wedding, man, it was easy.
It was
dude.
so
The wedding,
easy.
bro.
Barely
No,
did
I-
a thing.
I do have
Dude, your
a.
stokie's enormous. You're gonna
Oh,
cruise into the moon.
You didn't even invent a pretext. You just picked it up and started sucking on it. It's like
I know. I don't have
like that's
weed,
just
but
part
I
of
got
who you are.
stogie. Apparently, is a stogie a word for this? I thought stogie was a sandwich, but apparently it's not. A hoagie.
No, stogie.
Hoagie.
Stogie is a cigar.
Hoagie, stogie.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever, man.
So, in all that time, I've really thought deep about the concept of love on a deep human scale, bro. I found some research about why humans kiss.
Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I don't know.
Lay it on. What? Wait. Give us a title.
Okay, sucking face saves lives.
Lovely. Good title. Points for
Good,
you, sir.
good. The first known written mention came 3,500 years ago in India. Hindu Vedic Sanskrit texts that describe, quote, drinking moisture of the lips and, quote, licking, an act wherein one inhales the soul of another.
What? Whoa, wait. What am I doing to popsicles? Wait a minute. I thought I was just licking popsicles. I didn't realize I was consuming their soul.
Every popsicle is maybe the soul of the fallen.
This is like the Bible of kissing, which states that when you drink moisture of the lips, you inhale the soul of another.
On the first day, God invented kissing, and he said, your soul shall be mine. Now get to first base.
Yes, exactly. If there's one thing God loves is people fucking. I think the Catholic Church has made that very clear. And so we
Shots fired.
What, they want people to have lots of babies.
No, yeah, it's
tell
like a
him, Mark, get him.
That's like a
It's like a directive, right? You're supposed to procreate. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
take
church
that.
wants you to do babies, to have a lot of babies.
Dude, the shot's firing right now.
I don't think that's. I think that's honestly. I think
Am I
that's
doing this
just
wrong?
Kinda, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, hit it with the facts.
You're trying to be a hype man, but you're kind of you're not hyping me. You're hyping your own narrative.
Oh, that's right, I am. Get me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hate that.
Can I have points?
You know what? You lose points.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
You lose 2 points. I'll put a number on this one.
I don't like that. Everything else has been so vague.
Well, maybe 2 points isn't very many. Maybe you had lots of points. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out.
Anyway,
Mark, more about the souls.
Research into physical connection and the soul and reactions to kissing has found that nursing and kissing both use the mouth's orbicularis oris muscle and both release oxytocin, leading some to hypothesize that our kissing is wired from birth. Both acts feel good, too. I don't know why it says both. I'm not sure what two acts they're referring to. But anyway,
Nursing and kissing.
Nursing and kissing!
Well, do both at the same time. Just have a mouth and a boob side by side, combine the two, and you've got ecstasy. That's how it's made.
Human lips are jam-packed with nerve endings that are at least 100 to 200 times more sensitive than fingertips. Kissing, especially with tongue, can help support our weak sense of smell to determine the most, quote, evolutionarily advantageous partner. A conversation between immune systems that includes a literal swapping of spit, therefore bacteria, which can also increase our aptitude for withstanding bad pathogens. According to researchers, being aroused lessens feelings of disgust, which is unnecessary for an act that puts us at risk of contracting disease from another person.
It would be weird to be aroused and disgusted at the exact same moment. Like, oh,
Yep, those are the sounds. That's the what are the other sounds of arousal disgust? Continue.
yes,
more. Come on.
Understand discalzal.
I love it.
pretty well.
That's arousing.
Yeah. You lost me at the last few, but I think you hit it. Anyway, that was my really boring research into why humans kiss.
That's an interesting point, though. Kissing is like instinctive. It's something that you're taught from birth, right? Your parents kiss you, maybe mine did, and everyone kisses. That's like a way. But is that a social construct, or is that you're saying that it's not just a social construct? There are reasons that that's a good thing for humans to do.
Yeah.
But like, what an arbitrary way to demonstrate that we love each other. I don't know.
The article goes into more depth, and there's more research that I pulled up, but it's
That
very
sounds
boring.
boring.
But it all basically boils down to when you kiss, it's an exchanging of pheromones, and people often underestimate just how much relationships are purely chemical driven. So without having any of these base chemicals, and additionally without having any of the exchange of other chemicals, you do not become accustomed. In fact, there's some research that I found that the more saliva you intake from your partner and more bodily fluids in general, that does make its way to your digestive system, and therefore it changes the makeup of your microbiome to more closely relate to your partner's microbiome, and that can, fluctuations in that can lead to different levels of, matching.
More fluids you take from your partner.
There was also research that I said that had no fundamental basis, that was like, if you are too similar, then you unconsciously start to detect your partner as a sibling and therefore are repulsed. And therefore that's why the heart grows fonder the longer you're not on her.
The heart. The heart grows fonder the further you are from her.
I was going to give you the no nipple, get lip, but I like yours too.
No.
So kissing is good.
Yep. That's the only contribution I have to this apparent theme of this episode here.
Look, man, it was wide open. You could talk about any kind of love.
You had my entire story to go get married real quick and then come tell the story. Damn, man.
You love Chica. Chica shows love. There's lots of stuff you love in the world. And
Me?
people, probably places.
We've never exchanged saliva. We should.
Oh, that's an episode.
That sounds like me and Ethan talking about like Unis Honest ideas. Just like the most random bullshit you could possibly. That's an episode.
That's an episode.
That's a
No,
video.
listen.
No.
They have those remote kissing things, right?
Right.
We each get one of those remote kissing stands.
yeah.
We each ship each other vials
What the hell
of
are you talking
saliva.
about?
This is a hearkening from the old days of Three Peens that we used to give the most up-to-date information about the world of sex toys, and I'm gonna bring that back. That's gonna be my contribution to this episode, because love is not lost. Imagine if this technology existed back in the days of those Minecraft years. When you first met, you could have had a physical connection long before you ever met in person.
We found the one site years ago on Three Peens that they made sex dolls, and they had like porn star sex dolls. So maybe we could have had one made of each of us, and we could have had a sex doll Wade and a sex doll Molly while we lived apart. So we could exchange, we could mail each other the saliva, so we could exchange the juices while still seeing each other and feeling each other.
You juice up the mouth. You get it lubricated, and then you do the. No, sure, yeah, that's an episode.
Anyway, that's horrifying to think about, but I'm sure that in the time between now and then there have been numerous advances in the world.
Wait, was it an artificial one, or was it just a regular human one?
Well, I was looking up a sex doll site, and I was like, there's got to be like new developments in the world. And I'm scrolling like, okay, these look, because I was on one of the websites we were on before. I'm like, this is the same. And then it's just disembodied penis. So, and it's the text. It's just, hello, Max. That's what it says. I was like, that would have scared me if it said hello, Mark. And I'm like, oh, man, you almost got me on that one. Anyway. So, yeah, this looks largely the same, though, from the last time that we were here. There's really not much else.
Say there hasn't been any AI implemented into the sex toy industry?
That's what I'm wondering, because we all know that the porn industry drives basically all technological, not innovation, but adoption.
Uh-huh.
Like, we knew this about Blu-ray. We talked about that before extensively. So how is AI... I'm going to Google that. How is AI going to revolutionize the... Whoa!
What the shit was that?
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. How is AI going to revolutionize...
We will never know what the fuck just happened.
the sex industry? Hold on. Get back in the cage! Don't you dare make a fool out of me! There we go. All right.
Okay.
Don't mind that. Will trim around that. I won't look weird at all.
It's fine.
All right. AI in a sex tech. The future of sex.
Go on.
I have to read the article.
Oh, go on.
We need to know if this article is going to actually have anything of substance, or if this itself was... I should ask No, ChatGPT won't answer that question.
Oh, does it not talk about sex?
There's just an infographic that says Gen Z is lonely. I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. But millennials are not that far behind. So apparently Gen Z is 79% lonely. Don't know what that means.
No one was ever lonely before Gen Z.
Millennials are 71% lonely. Boomers, 50-50.
Well, they're either married or they're dead.
Men, 46% lonely. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Wait, Gen Z is 79% lonely, millennials 71% lonely, boomers 50, men 46% lonely, women 45% lonely. That don't add up. These numbers, they don't add up very good.
What is 100% loneliness? What if it said men are 100% lonely? Does that mean that it's the saturation of loneliness in men in general? Is it 100% of men are lonely?
Well, we have very spongy hearts, so yeah, we absorb loneliness.
Yes, exactly. It's really thrown off the statistics, you know. Men are just like, women are not lonely at all, but men, they're just throwing everything off. That's how it goes.
Well, you just need to wring it out a little bit. Have they invented a device to wring the loneliness out of men's hearts?
Squeeze us, Mark.
Harvest the lonely.
What if it tastes good?
I want ice cream made with the juice that comes out of men's hearts.
Yeah, I want like a nice lone burger. Take some lonely meat and make a nice meal out of it with a lone shake.
There's a sex toy that can be activated using Alexa.
Alexa, do me! Oh, sorry to everyone listening who might have had an Alexa get...
I just love the idea of like you're sitting in a room with your roommates. You're all like watching TV, and one roommate is just like, Alexa, initiate snack protocol.
Initiate protocol 69.
And then after a second, that person is just like, And everyone.
It's Alexa, execute order 69.
I thought it was as simple as just like, Alexa, activate sex protocol 7! 7!
Well, my thing is it's a code word though, right? It's like you're hanging out with friends and one person is just like, Alexa, hippopotamus. And then it's a quiet room and out of nowhere you just hear and that person is just like Look, I don't know what it feels like for a vibrator to turn on in your pants.
I think that's it.
That. I'm pretty sure that's the noise I would make if a vibrator turned on.
Make the noise. You're a resident soundboard.
Where's the vibrator, Wade? No, what? That's not okay. You know what? You made the vibrator noise.
Thank you.
That's a good job.
You put me on the spot.
Right.
What
You were acting like the vibrator was hurting you. That's what I was concerned
it was
about.
just a surprise.
Is that
Don't
your
make fun
sex?
of my likey face.
Is that your sex sounds?
Ugh.
When Wade gets really turned on, he starts going, oh.
I don't know, man. I've never had vibrators.
It sounds like Link getting hurt. Just like,
No. Okay. I saw this TikTok. It's probably just for the bit, but I totally believe it. I saw a video of a guy who was like, my landlord sent me this email. And basically the email can be summed up as, my neighbor who lives next door to me is complaining that they're hearing the sound of pornography coming from my apartment. Like I'm playing loud porn and they're hearing it through the wall. And the guy was like, I'm not saying I don't watch porn, but I use headphones. Like I'm not uncivilized, right? Like I don't do that. I don't play porn loudly on my TV. So I was really confused. And I realized since Tears of the Kingdom has come out, I've started playing that game quite a lot. And one of the things I focused on doing really early was finding the Great Fairies. And every time you interact with a Great Fairy, and then he cuts to the sound of what they sound like, the Great Fairies in the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom sound a little bit like they're climaxing every time you come up and you knock on the flower and they're all, ah! Woo! And he was like, yeah, so I think my neighbor thinks that Zelda is sex sounds.
I gotta look this up because I know that's a thing in Zelda games. Like the fairies in all of the games, like Ocarina of Time and on, I haven't seen them all, but it's just like, they are a little horny. Wade, give us a representation of what they sound like.
Okay.
Great Fairy, is that you?
Oh, no, I get it now. I'm with you.
I never played this fucking game. I don't know what the fuck they sound like.
You've never played a Zelda game?
So I got Breath of the Wild. I played like an hour of it and I got bored and stopped. The only Zelda game I've played to completion was like one of the old pre-Game Boy Color Game Boy Zelda games.
Oh, and what? So you mean like A Link to the Past or something?
Yeah.
The NES one?
I think so, yeah.
That's fine. Zelda's not for everybody. I can't find any videos compiling the sounds, but I'm sure that Will do a great deal of research and play it right now. Thanks, Will.
Meanwhile, Will's like editing while playing. He's like, oh, I got one right here.
Will gets to this point in the edit. He's like, oh, this episode's got to come out. I got to get this. And Mark says that, and he's like, I'm just gonna find some porn and play porn noises.
There's gonna be just a video clip of just words like, man, the guys cut out here for a second, but now they're back.
That's my favorite bit that my editors did for the Hoonie Pop series. I told them like replace the sex sounds with other sounds, and they just put like Goofy in there. He's like, gorge. Get
up. Hey, whoa, Maxley.
Anyway, so in other news of AI and the sex and love, it's a thing.
All right.
But why aren't sex dolls keeping up?
Look, they're not innovators. They're late adopters, okay? They're waiting until it's all sorted out.
They're more like innovators, am I right?
Yay!
He's right. Don't question it.
Yeah, thanks guys for that high five.
Mark, you know what? I knew you'd bring it home. I was hoping for some wacky Mark research. I knew you were all down on yourself. I knew you could do it, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Wacky Mark research of the sexual kind.
Yeah.
I was doing your little button thing.
Oh, Mark, is that one of your sound? Please play it again. Play the whole thing, Mark.
All
Keep
right,
it going.
I'll play it right now.
This has been Wacky Mark innovations of the sexual kind.
Wait, it's not over. It's not over.
Oh, I don't believe in sex. Kissing? I thought that was a thing of the past. I turned around and there were her lips, so I ran. This has been Wacky Mark Adventures of the Sexual Kind. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh!
Sorry, that's just such a long pause there. I don't know why.
Yeah, I worked hard on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well done, well done.
Can't wait
Man,
for some-
Mark, I love those. You get like
Thank you.
you get like 50 points for that. That was
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. I worked really hard.
Well, one of you, not us. I'm not one of you. I'm better than you. One of you told a very personal, heartfelt, touching story that was boring because I knew it already. And one of you is Mark. I did give you points. I actually did come up with numbers in my head, but I'm trying to remember what numbers I came up with. Man, if only there was a way to write things down. Could you imagine if I could write stuff down?
Well, if you get the new Vision, whatever the fuck it was called, headset, you can write
What?
around the edges.
We should all, this is not at all worth the amount of money it would cost, but we should all get one of those and do an episode with just the eyes on the goggles as our eyes.
That's what I said earlier.
Everyone can, just so, did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear it. Doesn't count.
Because I loved the visual of us talking and just our face, like...
We should do that. The idea that I had.
I said Mark's going to buy a set for all of us. I volunteered him.
Look, it's really close. It's actually not tied, but it's very close. One of you is currently winning by 3 points. I don't want to say who's winning and who's not winning, but I think we all know who it is. So, person who's not winning, I will offer you 4 points if you can give us a little love snack, a little snippet. Anything you might want to say. If you think you're the person who's currently losing, just blurt it out. Anything. It could be a quote. It could be inspirational. You could remind everyone that even if they're feeling a little lovelorn and lonesome out there, and we're talking about how, Wade and I talk about how we got married and all this stuff. Don't worry, because you probably just haven't met the right person yet. There are a lot of people in the world, no matter how special and unique and different and weird or whatever you might think you are, there's a weirdo out there for you. There's a weirdo out there for me, that's for sure. And I am a special kind of weird. You've seen it right here on this podcast. So if anyone thinks, wait, am I the loser because I'm the one who started talking?
I don't know.
Well, it's not me.
Not me.
Are you sure? Neither one of you wants to commit to jumping in to try and earn those?
No. Wait, if you
Those
want to
pretty sure
say
I
you're
won
the
this.
boss here,
that'll
you go
change
right
the
for it.
outcome of the episode? Or...
Mark, you sure you don't want to try to win?
What? I already won. It's in the bag. I mean, I'm giving you a chance here.
All right, well, I'm going to give the 4 points to myself, I guess, because I was the
Was that
only
enough
one
for you to
who
win?
took the opportunity. No, it was not. I only have 4 points.
Good. So I still got this.
I'm out of this episode. I will say there was a scoring correction, I believe, at the end of Mark's bit, where I gave Mark points for the audio stinger bump thing that he played on his Go XLR. The judges are saying that it looks like Wade actually did that one.
What?
And so I may have misappropriated those points, and they're saying that actually Wade earned those 50 points, which is unfortunate because Wade was already winning anyways. So that means that Wade wins today's episode by 53 points.
Mark, you sure don't want to jump in and get 4 points?
It's not on the
Yeah,
table.
Mark,
Wait,
I'll give you a chance to earn 4 points, but it's not enough anymore.
I love you, Bob.
7.
I love you so much.
14.
I love you.
20.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, 30 for Stoner Mark.
You can't spell love without oh. Oh my God, I love you.
28 for British Mark.
Oh shit, Governor is loving it.
Oh, it's getting worse. 27, 26, 25. You really need a...
Oh, I am in love with you.
37 for Scottish Mark. There we go.
Did I do it?
Unfortunately, 37 is not enough points. You did close the gap to a much more respectable loss.
You were one prospector mark short of winning.
I can't do that. I don't do that anymore.
Me love me something.
Me love me you.
That's not prospector mark. Yeah, we're gonna get it.
Congratulations, Wade. Even though I knew, and I think Mark knew that story pretty much completely because we were literally there for almost all of it. It is a really sweet story, the way you and Molly got together, and it was pretty unfair because I was thinking about my anniversary, so thinking about you and Molly really got me there. As much as I love Mark's AI sex toy discussion, it was really just unfair. Do you have a loser speech, Mark?
I feel like this whole episode was set up against me because all these guys with all their stories that I literally can't have, whatever. I think this was rigged, and I believe that the subreddit will be on my side.
I'm sorry, is your name Wade? Because I believe the subreddit's only on one person's side, and I'm pretty sure their name is Wade.
Yeah, Mark, I'm looking at the fair coin, and it says that it was fair. I asked it.
Mark, what do we do?
Right,
Mark, how do we keep it
the triangle
fair?
of unfairness?
Oh!
Whoa!
I declare.
God, oh shit! Wait, can I just say I didn't check if this is true, but people were saying on the subreddit online, apparently this is either it is or is very similar to like the American Sign Language sign for vagina, which I don't.
Oh,
I don't know how
this
true-
is vagina. No, down
Oh,
is
is it?
vagina. So
okay.
I declare vagina.
Damn it, Bobby declared
I
vagina. What do
declare
we do?
I don't know what that means.
I declared
declare it.
vagina.
Okay, well, it has been declare. Mark has declare.
I declare it.
Well, then this is just the triangle of fairness, which I think I like how it's also like a hairline check. That makes me
He
really,
made a declaration, Bob. What can we do?
really insecure. Let's not do that. Yeah, no, Mark has
Declaration?
declared. You know what? Yeah, Mark, thanks for your loser speech. Let's not talk about that anymore. Wade, give a winner speech.
Thank you, Bob, for this wonderful win that was well earned. I don't know why it never occurred to me that our anniversaries and Mark's birthday are like a month apart. Because like it's on my mind too, because we just celebrated our anniversary like shortly before we recorded this episode a couple weeks ago. But yeah, love's great. And apparently exchange as much saliva and snot and blood and stuff as you can, because I guess it's good for you or something.
I don't know if we endorse that.
Was that the lesson we learned today?
Just stick to saliva. Just do that. That seems like a safe.
All right, just that. That's it.
Thanks, Wade.
You're welcome.
That's the end of the episode. Wade and I definitely didn't shake hands quietly before we sat down to record this because Mark was gone for a long time having technical issues. It was not rigged in Wade's favor at all. Mark, you have nothing to be suspicious of. Don't worry. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you even more if you watched. Don't forget you can watch these episodes on Spotify, only on Spotify, full video episodes with no pictures of what Mark was Googling, so don't worry about that. You can get merch. I don't know why we keep including that plug in the end of these. I shouldn't have.
Because there is merch now, maybe there will be.
There is, maybe not. There is suddenly store.distractablepodcast.com. Explore that at your own risk. Check out Wade, Lord Minion777, Minion777 on Twitch. Mark is Markiplier and all those places where he does Markiplier things. I am MySkerm. That's the end of the episode. Thank you, everyone.
Can I emphasize that?
What?
For the people that still don't know who Bob is versus who Wade is. Wade, me, bald. Bob, hair, glasses. That's us.
We're both tall, but that's about the only thing that I feel like we really share features-wise.
I don't think we sound. People think we sound similar. Do we sound similar?
Wade, big beard. Wade, me, no beard. Yeah, wait, I don't think we sound similar either.
I don't either.
But, you know what? If you don't watch on Spotify, I guess you'll never know the difference. That's your punishment for not watching the video. That's the end of this episode. Thank you, everyone.
That's Mark. He lost.
Oh yeah, Mark.
I'm above
Mark's
you in mine.
You're on the bottom for me. I have no idea what this
I'm on.
organization
You
is.
guys are
for
to the
me.
left and right of what? Bottom.
That's the end. Podcast out.